be playing somebody else on Friday night. What do you think?
Yeah, I was talking about that last night. I think at this point in the year, you've practiced against yourself so many times that you're just, ready to take it out on another team. So, yeah, super excited. Obviously got some guys out, but, we're going to go out there and compete and have fun with it.
I don't think you've ever been on a team that has a shooter as good as you. What's it like having Swope on the other side here?
Yeah, it's nice. It definitely takes a lot of pressure off of me, having a guy that's also, a big-time threat from the outside. So, yeah, it won't be as much attention on me, hopefully, and, we kind of balance each other out in that regard.
As a guy that's been here for a while, what's this process and transition been like for you?
Yeah, it's been different, but I've enjoyed it a lot, actually. I got a good group of guys who, want to be here and enjoy coming to work every day. Obviously the coaching change was, different for me, but, I've really enjoyed it. I think it's actually better than I could have expected. Just that transition, learning everything. But Shirts has made it super easy. Great group of guys, fun to be around every day. So, I couldn't be more happy with it.
To some degree, it's still a what-if scenario when you actually step forward on the court against another team.
Yeah.
What are you, being the veteran that you are, so eager to see play out in this new offense, new defense on Friday?
Yeah, I think it's just continuing to get accustomed to everybody, playing with each other. Again, practice, you're playing against yourself. So, we play a certain defense against each other. So, seeing what other teams do to us will be interesting. But just getting those reps on the court with each other, I think, is the main thing. Learning, the little nuances that everybody likes, where guys like the ball, passes, screening angles, all that stuff. So just getting out there, getting those reps against, another team is what I'm looking forward to.
I've seen a lot of seasons here at SLU. How would you compare the vibe, the interest around campus, around town coming into this year?
Yeah, it's definitely, I think, probably the highest since I've been here for sure. Obviously whenever there's a change like this, basically a whole new team, there's a lot of excitement. It's, kind of invigorating the school, the fan base, the city. So, I'm excited for it. It's going to be fun. It'll definitely be a different style, a fun style, a lot of fast pace, shooting a lot of threes and layups. And, but yeah, I think it's going to be super fun to watch. It's going to be a good product.
Since you've been here, you've been through scrimmages in the preseason, the close scrimmages, and the exhibition games.
Yeah.
Shirts has said he prefers doing scrimmages because he gets more out of them. Have you noticed any difference in terms of the productivity or just how they're done?
Yeah, I think there's advantages to both. I think with an exhibition game, you get the feeling of like playing in front of a crowd, like on your home court with people there. So it's more of a game type feel. But again, those aren't usually they're not usually D1 teams. So I think with the scrimmages, you get to play against high level competition. But again, it's kind of like a practice setting where there's not people in the stands. So I think there's advantage to both. But I'm excited to play, against someone else at all. So I'm just excited, for the fans to see us on Friday.
Does it seem like an extra long preseason to you? You guys started so early.
I would have said so in June, July, but it's already here. It's gone by so fast. No, I'd say it's probably about the same. We've been practicing a lot, and I think a lot of guys would agree. Like we're all in pretty good shape right now. We've been playing a lot, so it's been a great ramp up to the season.
You guys were pretty hyped a couple of years ago. I don't want to play the comparison game on
Yeah.
what was more hype, but how is the hype different with this new era of SLU basketball?
I think it's different just because of the new players we have. Again, I think a couple of years ago was because we returned a lot of players that we had, so that a shared experience was there. This is a new team, obviously a lot of talent, but we have to develop that continuity, expedite that process, which I think we've been able to do a good job of. But we'll see again once you play against someone else. That's where the real test starts, and for us, just managing those expectations, knowing that it's a game by game thing, and going out and playing hard every night.
In your sixth year at 25 years old, do you have any new nicknames within the?
No, they're all saying Gib,
Grandpa.
Gibby. No, nothing like that. I don't know if I'd like that, but at this point, yeah, just taking for what it is and enjoying my last season here. It's gonna be fun.
A lot of years where it's been a point guard based
Yeah.
offense. There isn't a point guard now, and a lot of it's going to come out of the trigger. So for you as a shooter, a guy who gets a lot of his shots coming out of the offense, even in the flow or the set offense,
Yeah.
how has that been different for you? How do you think it's going to manifest differently this season?
Yeah, I think it's been great. I think it's more free-flowing. It's harder to guard, not as many sets, which, as you get later in the season, teams can scheme for. This is more random, which I think is harder to guard. And like you said, there's not like one point guard, which, again, with Yuri here, like, teams could kind of game plan and say, hey, we know where Gibson's going to get the ball from. This, the offense, it can come from anywhere. And just the spacing on the court is huge as well. It's more of a pro-style spacing where there's, more layups you generate, the more threes you generate because you're putting pressure on the rim, and teams are going to take that away. So it's been a fun process. I hopefully won't have to work quite as hard to get open, but yeah, it's going to be fun. It'll be really fun.